enlightenment means the realization of the actual or ultimate reality called Nibbana by the Buddha. In fact, it is an opening of a scientific vision, of an open mind, unprejudiced by preconceived notions. As expressed by the Buddha in the last stanza of Karaniyametta Sutta, that you get on the page 20 of Khuddaka Nikaya. It says, with regard to realization, ditthinca anupagamma silava dassanen smapnno. Ditti are prejudices, opinions, ideas, thoughts. Without being bound or guided by thoughts, opinions, prejudices, seeing the reality as it is called enlightenment. But what is realized is the nothingness of everything that our sensory organs experience. This concept is very clearly expressed by the Buddha in the stanza at the end of Nibbedhika Sutta that you get on page 484 of Nibbedhika Nikaya Volume 1, and this stanza I refer to comes on page 538. It says clearly there is nothing material, nothing physical in Nibbana. And it explains further, etta diganta rasancha anuntulang subhasupa. There is nothing that can be called diga, long, rasa, short, anu, small, tulang, big, subha, asubha, good and bad. There is nothing that we can recognize in such details. And also it says further, etta namancha rupancha asesam uparujjati. There is no mind or body in Nibbana. There is only complete emptiness. It is voidness. This is what is expressed by the Buddha to his last disciple at the moment of his passing away. A great, intelligent, educated scholar, spiritualist called Subhadra, wanted to know where the Nibbana is and what is there in the Nibbana. Buddha said, there is nothing in Nibbana because it is voidness. Sunnata, that is what Buddha referred to. If it is void, if it is empty, there is nothing in it. Nothingness. Buddha, on the page 44 of Khuddaka Nikaya, described Nirvana as sunnata animitto. Sunnata means empty, empty of. There is nothing substantial in the Nibbana. Animitto means therefore there is no object. There is no mental object. There is no object that can be grasped by the mind in the Nibbana. That is explained in the one of the suttas saying atakachara. In that sutta, Buddha explains that Nibbana cannot be grasped by mind. There is no mental image. In fact, free of all mental images. In Nibbedhika Sutta, Buddha said, unenlightened beings are attached to nothing but mental objects. Because none of our organs, sensory organs, cannot know anything really in their sensory objects, because their capacities are so limited. Therefore, there is nothing solid or substantial in Nibbana. That is why it is called sunnata. And it is called Nibbana. The word ni is negation, no. Bana is bondage. There is nothing that we can get bound to in Nibbana. In the Nibbedhika Sutta I mentioned earlier, that found on the page 202 of the Anguttara Nikaya, Buddha says, Sankappa purisassa kamo. What you call mental magnetism is nothing but attachment to mental objects. Attachment to ideas. Sankappa ideas, mental images. Realizing actual reality called Nibbana is going beyond all mental images. That is why in the first paean of joy uttered by the Buddha after enlightenment, he said, Visankara gatan chitta. Visankara means the mind became free of creating mental images. Sankara are mental images, mental formation. No formations in the mind that realize Nibbana, the ultimate truth. That is why it is called sunnata. Sunnato means sunnato animitto. As I mentioned on the page 44 of Khuddaka Nikaya, describing Nibbana. Therefore, the real, actual reality that one realizes at the enlightenment is nothingness, emptiness. When Nibbana is free of all elements, mental or physical elements, there is nothing to be attached to and there is nothing to resent to, or there is nothing to ignore. That is why Buddha described Nibbana in the Nibbana Sutta on page 474 of Volume 4 in the Anguttara Nikaya, saying Ragakkoyo, dosakkoyo, mohakko, idam uchyati Nibbana. Nibbana is the eradication of attachment called Raga, resentment called dosa, and ignorance of the reality called moha. Therefore, the actual reality one realizes that the enlightenment is nothingness. Nothing that can be grasped by the mind. As Buddha has described it as atakācara. Atakācara means cannot be grasped by the mind. That means we cannot express the ultimate reality as a mental object, as an idea, as an opinion, as a concept. It is free of all mental concepts. All mental concepts are mental images which look real but actually not real. And that is the ultimate truth or reality realized by the Buddha at his enlightenment.